Welcome back to another video. We are going over the key flips, the highlights from the 15th to the 30th of June that we found for you guys in our server. Remember, these are not all the flips that we found. These are just the key highlights, some of the ones we want to showcase to you guys so you can have a taste and a feel of what you can expect in this server. Starting off on the 15th of June, we had the Warhammer Armageddon Season of Fire Special Edition release. These retail for £45 and are reselling for about £90. Just to say, this was at the time of release. The market currently has come down a bit. So you're asking yourself, what is Warhammer? You guys have barely spoken about it before. They are model kit board game and they have their Black Library launches, their special edition books. Now in the past, we have gone through a lot of these books before and they used to be very limited. They were signed and they were capped at a certain amount. In recent months, this is not so the case. They are more made to order compared to before where we had a limit of like 1,000, 2,000, etc. So demand has come down a little bit. Not many collectors actually want these books anymore because everyone wants things that you can't have. Here's what made this one different. This release was actually numbered and was actually signed, making this a huge step in the right direction like it was before, and collectors went crazy. They wanted this release again. The hardcore collectors wanted it. Now, due to our past experience with Warhammer books, we informed you guys that, listen, this is not a long-term play. This is not a hold. Warhammer books don't tend to work out long-term. It's more you get in, you get out. We told you this, so we informed you guys, when you get your books, list them for pre-sale, get them out, get them gone, and that has shown in the market resale. As we can see, the market has come down significantly since release. Here are some of the success from this drop. Now moving on to the 16th of June, we had the Cineworld Toy Story 5 bucket and drinks containers. Now, these are retailing for about $39.99 and reselling for about £60 to £70. Now you're asking yourself, why are you getting popcorn buckets? What's going on? Well, this is a Cineworld exclusive popcorn bucket and drinks container just for Toy Story 5. What does that mean? It's only available in Cineworld and you can't get them anywhere else. These products are actually normally like very limited. Once they're gone, they're gone. They don't normally restock it and they don't really make a huge amount since every store has to have a few. Now you're asking yourself, why are we getting popcorn buckets? Well, because popcorn buckets, they're seen as collectibles now. They're not just seen as these little popcorn buckets. They actually make extravagant designs like how we see in the US. The US have really nice popcorn buckets. They actually look like collectibles. They look like actual props from the movies. And now we see in the UK piggyback off those ideas and we are starting to get these more extravagant designs. And these popcorn buckets, really and truly, you can put them on display and they look like a piece of memorabilia. And Cineworld intentionally make these very hard to get. They don't make a lot of stock. They want you to be hyped. They want you to come down, try get the bucket and go watch the movie. So these have become very collectible, very sought after. And if really and truly, if you're not there on day one, maybe even the first half of the day, these will sell out. Because once the design is gone and the buckets are gone, they are gone. Collectors now will have to go to eBay, to Vinted to purchase these collectibles because you can't get them anywhere else. They don't make a lot of them. Once they're gone, they are gone. This one specifically was not just a plastic tub. This was one that light up. It had retractable wings. Again, it's a very cool concept. People who like Toy Story, who like to display items, this is one of those things that people wanted. And at the price point, if you were to get a proper toy collectible for this type of product, it would cost you way more than a popcorn bucket does. Remember, this is Toy Story we're talking about. This came out in 1995. So people who were born and watched and grew up with Toy Story, they now have disposable income. Their kids are watching it. They want to share a special moment with their kids, get things for their kids that make them happy. And this is one of the reasons people like these popcorn buckets. It brings them back to their childhood. It's nice. There's nostalgia factor. People want to collect things and they want things that most people cannot get. Now here is some success that we found while trying to purchase these items. 23rd of June, now we had the VMAN 56 Connor Stories Deluxe Editions. You're asking yourself, who is Connor Story? He had a breakout role in a heated rivalry, which is a hockey romance on HBO. This was actually adapted from a Rachel Reed novel last year, and it has just been renewed for a new season. This TV show, very low budget, however, this popularity is exploded. Why? BookTok. What's BookTok? TikTok, books, bam, BookTok. They love these novels. They loved it. It exploded. People are like, oh, I need to watch this series. Bam. That's what happened. This guy, face of that franchise now. People want to see him. People want to meet him. And this coincides with this item right now. Now, what is VMAN? Well, VMAN is a men's version of V magazine, and it's made by the same New York company. These magazines only release twice a year, and it's a very high-end fashion magazine. These were retailing for about £180, and now they are reselling for about 600 quid. So it's not something you're going to see everywhere, and there you go. When it's not something you see everywhere and it's limited, what do people want? They want to collect. They want to have what other people cannot have, and this is the same instance right here. They have been making their magazines collectible for years intentionally. They make so many different variants. They give rare covers, subscriber only variants, and their special edition versions. They know how to turn a magazine into something people want to collect, and listen, people were all for it, and that's what they wanted to do. They have a huge fan base. They know what they're doing. They have this new popular actor that's exploded onto the scene. It's just a recipe for success for them and for those who are able to cop. Just to understand the hype here, we're talking about this magazine. It was all built up around Connor. This guy has been around. He was on SNL. He even mentioned the special edition covers himself. That way his fans who are directly watching it for him have now seen there's a special edition cover that they could have. They want to go out and buy it. Now, how did we know about this, and how were you able to cop? This release, we have actually been monitoring for a while, as this already had an established market and was a bit of a restock, you could say. There was only 500 of these copies, and there is no more rumors of reprints or restocks. So with this established market, it's safe to say this was a great cookout. Now remember, when we first saw this market, it was about the £1,200 per cover mark, and now it's come down to £600. Now here's some success that we got purchasing these items. And remember, this is not quick flips. We tell you guys we have stuff that's quick, we have the long-term investments, and this was a long-term play. This is not something you buy and you sell in an hour. Things like this, when they don't restock, that means the scarcity goes up, because once they're in people's collections, they don't really tend to sell. And if you're new to collecting, or you now want that cover, you have to come find or wait till one comes on the market, and this is what it is, a very long-term play. Now we've got the 24th of June, we have the Cristiano Ronaldo X Nike Mercury Superfly 1 RGN Gold boots. Now he is one of the biggest names in football. I don't need to tell you that. It's Cristiano Ronaldo. When you think of football, there's two people, Ronaldo or Messi, right? So Ronaldo die hard following. There's people that only buy Ronaldo products. Now everything he drops seems to be more collectible, more memorabilia focused, because he's coming to the end of his career as well. So people want to get in and get on these last, let's call them player timeline type of products, like these boots. Now these were retailing for £240. We actually told you a way to make it £216. And they were reselling for £320 to £350. The World Cup, I don't need to explain it unless you live under the rock. It is the most popular sporting event in the world. Once every 4 years, the whole world's watching, and Ronaldo did it again. The first player to ever score in 6 different World Cups. To celebrate this feat, they released this boot. Now this is a special edition Nike boot for Ronaldo, built on the Mercurial, starred after the original 2009 Superfly 1 that he actually made famous back in the day. Now the Mercurial is the boot he actually has carried throughout his entire international career. So this is more of a milestone release of anything to celebrate his entire career throughout his World Cup journey. The silhouette itself, it was full metallic gold with the CR7 branding, and it's reviving this old 2009 look, so that is where the nostalgia factor is coming in on this release. Now we informed you guys ahead of time to make sure you are prepped for the 10 a.m. release. However, we saw that they actually released 15 minutes earlier than expected, so we notified you guys, so you were 15 minutes ahead of everyone else and you were able to secure all the pairs that you wanted. Now let me tell you how we were able to get you a discount. Wow, I told you they were £240. We were able to provide you guys with a discount so you could actually purchase these shoes for £216 instead of $240. So you were actually able to get a discount and to get the boots before everyone else. Let's see the success. Finally, we have the 20th of June, the Halo campaign Evolve Collector's Edition for PlayStation 5 and Xbox. Now, this was retailing for $189.99 and the price keeps going up. I'll reveal that at the end. Why are we getting Halo? For those who don't know, Halo was one of the biggest gaming franchises ever. People loved it. It was massive back in the day. Even though it's fell off a bit now, it still has a strong community, and this release is celebrating the first release in the franchise from 2001, taking it back to where it all started. Also worth mentioning that Halo actually is noted to have carried Xbox in its early years. It was an Xbox exclusive, and that was really their flagship game. Like how Spider-Man is for the PlayStation 5, that's what Halo was for Xbox. If you had an Xbox, you played Halo. Halo 3 ODST, Halo Reach, Halo 4, that was probably the peak popularity of Halo. People have been brought up on Halo. Again, it came out in 2001. So all those kids, all those young adults that were playing it back in the day, they now have disposable income and they can purchase what they want. And this is one of the things where it's gonna hit the nostalgia factor. People are gonna want it. They're gonna think, that's cool, let me get this. Why was the man so big? Well, they have a 12-inch Master Chief statue. Master Chief, the main character that you play in Halo, he's that guy. You have a light up Cortana chip, a steelbook concept art, and you get a physical recreation of the 2001 gaming manual. That is huge. Most games now are disc, you don't get gaming manuals anymore. So this is another thing where it brought people back. This is the crazy part. These pre-orders were basically gone instantaneously. Now we have seen other collector editions, Assassin's Creed, Black Flag Resynced, a Spider-Man 2 with the Venom statue. These collector editions, they normally stay in stock for months, and you have a pre-order window about 6 to 8 weeks normally. So that way we told you guys, buy it now and we'll assess later. But here's the crazy part, this did sell out instantly. Why? Because Microsoft intentionally didn't make a lot of units. They purposely made sure this was very short printed run. They made sure that this became a true collector's item without telling anyone. It's actually sold out on the same day across every platform in Europe except for Steam, which is saying something that is crazy. Microsoft have made sure there was no restocks being made of this item. They want it to be limited. They want collectors to have something worthwhile in their collection. So ever since they actually confirmed this, the prices on the secondary market have gone insane. So at the start, before Microsoft even announced anything, resale was about £300. It sold out within a day. It had 6 weeks to release. We told you guys, buy it up and then we'll review. So there was about a bit of safety net. As soon as they announced there was no restocks, it went instantly to £500+. And as of this recording, they are now sitting about £600 to £700. Hey, it's limited. People want it, nostalgia factor. We told you guys to buy it when you could. You guys could have had some of these items for your own collection or to sell. And here's some success. Again, that is another little snippet of the flips we've been finding for you guys. Remember, these are not everything. These are just highlights for you guys. Make sure to come through, say hello, and let us know down below what things you want to see. Again, here is a huge collage of all the success that we have mentioned today. Make sure to tune into the next video where I will be going over more of the highlighted flips that we found for you guys to enable you to get what you want when you want. We'll see you in the next one.